unnecessary vlog.
Hi guys, welcome back. For today's video, I wanted to tell you about my dentist nightmare that I had, because when it happened to me, the first thing I did was Google oh my god, has this happened to anyone else? And a YouTube video of a girl popped up, and she was explaining that it happened to her and that I'm not alone. And it just kind of made me feel better to hear other people's experiences, so I didn't feel so alone, so I wasn't so scared. So I thought I could make a video like that today, and it might help somebody, or make them even more scared to go to the dentist. So first off, can we take a second just to I finally got my sleeve done. It's completely done now. That part and this part here was the finishing touches of it. But I'm so excited. It's finally done. I'm so happy I have it, but oh my god, was it a long process to get a full sleeve done. I was wow. I won't ever do that again. I love it, but I won't do it again. From now on, I'll just, I've done, this was always on my bucket list. I got it done and I'm excited. But from now on, I'll just get regular tattoos done, smaller tattoos done. But anyway, so this happened to me. I want to say, my memory is a little fuzzy on certain things, but I want to say it was before I started YouTube, so it was about 4 years ago, something like that, that I had to go to the dentist, and I never had a problem with the dentist before. In fact, I used to love going to the dentist. And I didn't mind getting shots in my mouth, but I have acid reflux, and so I have so much decay from the acid built up. I've just got so much decay in my mouth, so I've always got cavities and stuff that need work. And what was he doing this time? I don't know if it might have been a cavity, or maybe it was one of my. I've had root canals. I've had crowns, regular cavities. It might have been for my root canal. I can't remember. Or maybe he was filling in something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is, they had to get me Novocaine, and I was not aware of this, but apparently, when they put the shot in your mouth, they're just kind of going in blind. I always thought oh, they know exactly where to put the needle so that it doesn't won't cause any damage or anything. But no, they don't. They go in blind and just hope that they don't hit something important. And that's a little scary, but I've had a million shots of Novocaine before. This was totally different. Normally, when they put it in, it doesn't hurt. For some people, they might feel a slight sting or something. And then your mouth doesn't go numb instantly. It kind of starts to tingle, and then it starts to go numb after a few minutes, and it takes a little time. This shot was different because as soon as before they even injected anything in, as soon as they put the shot in, I just felt this just shock of almost I'd been electrocuted by a lightning bolt. A shock just radiate my whole body. Really intense pain. But it only lasted a few seconds, but it was really intense pain, and then instantly numb right after that. And I saw white. It was I've got a high tolerance to pain, but this was something I'd never felt before. And I knew instantly something was different. And but they did their work. I left. I was still numb, of course. Sometimes it takes a couple hours, sometimes it takes 4 or 5 hours. I wasn't too worried. By the end of the day, it still hadn't worn off. It was time for bed, and I was still just as numb as I was when I first got it done. Like there was no, like, sometimes it will start to get tingly and itchy when when your feeling starts to come back. None of that, like dead numb. And I was a little worried. So that's when I started like looking up stuff, and I called the dentist and they said, oh, well, sometimes it can take a couple days to wear off. And I don't like to upset anybody. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. But, in my head, I'm thinking, no, it's never taken a couple days. What is going on? And you can't complain to them anyway. Like you can't sue or nothing because you signed the paperwork, before you go back there to get done, so that you can't sue them if something goes wrong. So I was looking online, and that's when I figured out about how, they just kind of, just hope for the best whenever they put a needle in your mouth. And that's where I was reading online too about how there's really nothing you can do about it. It's either gonna heal or it's not. And I was really panicking. Because it was like, split my lip in half. It was this hole, like all the way down my chin. This whole area here was completely like just dead, just felt dead. It didn't even feel like a part of my body. It was weird. And it lasted, oh my gosh. I mean, it was several weeks. And I watched this video from this girl on YouTube. And she said that hers, I can't remember, it's been a long time since I've watched this video, but I feel like it was numb for several months, and then it ended up starting to come back, and she's got most of her feeling back, but it took a long time. But there were some videos where people they stay numb. It just depends on if your nerve wants to heal or not, and how damaged it is and stuff like that. And so I was very nervous because I was like, okay, well, this could heal or maybe not. And so it was like dead numb for weeks and weeks. And then it started to hurt. It started to hurt because it was like, I guess my nerves were trying to heal. And it's weird because it was like completely numb, but it really hurt at the same time, which doesn't make much sense, but that's the best way I can describe it. And then it got so, like, it felt like there was little needles prickling all over the side of my face here. Just imagine like a million needles just going at your face. And my lip was still like really prickly. So it hurt to like kiss my children and stuff. Like the pressure, anything touching it hurt so bad because it was needles. And that lasted months. And then slowly, it just very slowly and very subtly, it started to come back a little bit at a time. By like 6 months, I was like, wow, this is just something I'm gonna have to live with. It's never gonna heal. I just kind of, settled with it. But then it just kept on, it was so subtle. It was so subtle. And it would just come back, I didn't even really notice it. It was just a little tiny bits at a time. And then it took about a year, I want to say about a year, and I had about, after the year mark, 85-ish% of my feeling back, which was excellent. I could live with that. But then even after that, it got even better. And I would say like now I'm at like, it's definitely at like a 98 to 99% of being like completely back to normal. But that's, like I said, that was years ago when this happened. So it definitely takes time. So that's what I just want to emphasize to anyone that's ever happened to. Just know that it's, don't get too scared, because like it just is, for some people it might take 6 months, for some people it might take 2 months, for some people it might take 2 years, but like eventually like it gets there, like for the most part. I will say there's a tiny percentage that it won't come back, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about it. Mostly the people that this happens to, their feeling comes back eventually. Their nerves just have to, you know, it's just a very slow process to heal a nerve. And so, yeah, I think that's it. I've been, you would think she just, oh, you look like a little angel right now, but I know you're not. She had to be fixed at the vet, or, you know, spayed, whatever they call them. And she's still got stitches in her belly. And she wants to run around like a fucking maniac. But she still has stitches in her belly. I've been trying to tell her that she needs to relax and take it easy. And she's acting like she's been a good girl all day, listening to me, and she hasn't. But oh my God, she's so precious. And then my older dog's in the back there. That's Winnie. She's so we have a baby and an elderly and a toddler over there. So I hope that this might help some people out there to know, like, you know, you're not alone. This has happened to other people too. And it has given me some anxiety to go back to the dentist. That was not there before. But, you know, it is what it is. My tattoo is in the itchy phase, and like I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard not to itch it. Like it, ooh, I just want to itch it so bad. But damn, it looks so good. Okay, guys, I'll see you later.